My name is John Mather, and I'm the superintendent here at 5 Wellington Street East here in Barrie. It's luxury apartments. The building here is an old historic mansion. It took 3 years to complete. Started in 1860, completed in 1863. It was the summer home for Dalton McCarthy and his wife and son that they had. And his wife, her brother, was Sir John A. Macdonald, first Prime Minister of Canada, and was originally a 10-acre parcel here, and now we're down to probably, I guess around an acre of land that we have here now, maybe a little less than that. I've been here for 14 years. The building's owned by Mr. Rob Herman in Toronto. He also owns Robin Wood Property Managements in Toronto. But anyways, over the last 14 years that I've been here, I've done most of the work on the gardens, and it's taken a lot of work to get them back where they should be, like an old English style gardens. This last year I've had help. A friend of mine, Colleen Whittle, and her daughters, Gemma and Julia, have been a big help this year with, planting and weeding and a lot of the other things that I couldn't quite do this year. But it's all professional people that live in the building. We have a good group of tenants here. But over the years, from when this place was originally built, it was turned into a boarding house at one time. We used to have a lot of transient workers, I guess, that would stay here for the summers and, do whatever work they could get around this area. But other than that, like I said, it's got a lot of history. The building's been well maintained. Even though it's old, it's been fairly well modernized. We have security systems in the building, heat sensors and fire sensors and smoke detectors, and you name it, we have it here. But we're located right in the heart of Barrie, and even though we're right in the heart of Barrie, a lot of the tenants say they don't feel like they're right in the center of the city because of the way the gardens are and what have you. Other than the sounds of sirens and a bit of traffic sometimes, you feel like you are in the country here. A lot of the gardens that we've put in, we have a lot of different varieties of flowers, of course. With tiger lilies and irises and crocuses and, I can't remember, hostas, all different types of hostas. Lilies of the valley and daisies and pansies and you name it, we've got them around here. We also have a lot of vegetables that we grow here for the tenants to use, from cherry tomatoes and Tom Thumbs and just beefsteak tomatoes and regular tomatoes. We have green peppers and yellow peppers, red peppers, chili peppers growing on the property. We also have a lot of different herbs that the tenants use, with chives and basil and Italian basil and parsley and oregano, and can't remember them all, but there's a good variety of the stuff that the tenants can use, and they all use them, that's for sure, so nothing goes to waste here. Anything you wanted to add, Darren, or?
Yeah. No, I guess I'd like to. I don't want to pull up the sign for Communities in Bloom.
Oh yes, we have the sign here, which
Okay.
was nice to finally get.
I'll shoot it later. I'll
Okay.
put it in there while you're talking about it.
Alrighty. Yeah, I was very pleased to be nominated by the judges here, and I hope they like it. Tried to fit all the categories in that the judges were looking for, and I hope it's what you guys are looking for. We enjoy doing the gardening here. To me, it's my form of relaxation. I'm not paid by the hour or anything to do it. I just enjoy gardening. But I get, like I said, a lot of gratification from doing it. I like the people when they come by and comment how nice the property is, and my best compliment I think I ever had was a couple of years back there. I had a young lad, he was about 9 or 10 years old, and a bunch of us in the building were sitting out front here, and I seen this little guy stop at the sidewalk, and he's looking around for about 5 minutes, and he walks up to us here, and he said to my father, who was here at the time as one of the tenants, he said, "Excuse me, sir," he says, "is this your building?" And my father said, "No." He says, "It's my son's here, he manages it." And he said, "Well, sir," he says, "I have to tell you," he said, "this is the nicest yard I think I've ever seen." And for me to have a little kid like that there acknowledge that, to me that was a great compliment. You know, most kids nowadays, they don't really care, but this little guy, I don't know, he was quite impressed anyways. And like I said, to me that's the best compliment I've ever had since I've been here. But I have had a lot of compliments, and I've had tours. I had a tourist bus here about 3 years ago from England. A bunch of people wanted to stop and check out the property, and they spent about an hour or so here. We had a good time talking, and you know, the English, of course, are right into gardening. And I've had a couple of smaller bus loads of people that were mentally challenged and what have you, came and spent an afternoon here, you know, so they enjoyed it. And I served them, you know, pop and juice and iced teas and what have you, and we made an afternoon of it, and they, like I said, they enjoyed it. And hopefully you like what you see.